What if someone could manipulate you without raising their voice, without threatening you, without even lying directly? There's a psychological tactic so subtle that many victims don't even realize it's happening until they begin to question something terrifying, their own reality. What if someone could manipulate you without raising their voice, without threatening you, without even lying directly? There's a psychological tactic so subtle that many victims don't even realize it's happening until they begin to question something terrifying, their own reality. Psychologists call this technique gaslighting, a manipulation method designed to make someone doubt their memory, perception, and judgment. Over time, the victim begins to lose confidence in what they know to be true, and once that happens, control becomes easy. Gaslighting rarely starts with something obvious. It begins with small contradictions. You remember a conversation clearly, but the other person calmly says, "That never happened." At first, you assume it's just a misunderstanding. Maybe they forgot. Maybe you misunderstood. But then it happens again, and again, and again. Each time, the manipulator denies events that you remember clearly. Slowly, your brain begins to question itself. Researchers studying psychological abuse have found that victims of gaslighting often experience a gradual loss of self-trust. At first, they question small memories. Later, they begin questioning their own judgment. Eventually, they rely on the manipulator to interpret reality for them. This is when the manipulation becomes most powerful, because the victim stops trusting their own mind. Gaslighting doesn't only appear in extreme situations. It can occur in relationships, in workplaces, even in social groups. Sometimes the manipulator doesn't scream or threaten. They simply deny events repeatedly until the other person begins doubting themselves. The brain is uncomfortable with uncertainty. When two versions of reality conflict, the brain tries to resolve the tension. If the manipulator appears calm and confident, their version can begin to feel more believable, even when it isn't true. Gaslighting is considered one of the most powerful psychological control tactics because it doesn't rely on force. It relies on perception. And once someone loses trust in their own perception, they become far easier to influence. So the next time someone confidently denies something you clearly remember, pause for a moment. Ask yourself a simple question. Did the event really never happen? Or is someone quietly trying to rewrite your reality?